Today we're going to change your entire perspective as it pertains to spirituality. The first thing you must anchor and understand is the relying on physical senses when you're dealing with things that aren't physical is always going to bring forth fallacies. You, as a master, should never rely on what we know to be illusion, this world, physical bodies, what you think is hair, what you think is walls, what you think is feathers. It's all an illusion. Mainly because it was birthed from a place where people think things are separate. That is how we base the foundation of illusion to something, if it serves. And in this case, it serves to say that this world is an illusion because we know God is one. So how is there a reality where things are seemingly separate? Keyword seemingly. There is this discussion and dialogue that comes about with specific masters, and they will even talk about Yeshua's 12 disciples, and they would say, well, from a master's perspective, Yeshua's 12 disciples were extremely hard-headed, and they're the ones that just didn't get it. It was constantly around him. And people may be like, well, if you're around the master, wouldn't that mean that you're a person that got it? And it's like, not necessarily, because those beings heavily relied on their senses. They heavily relied on seeing miracles. And this is why certain stories about women in that time being so drawn to specific masters and masters being drawn to women, not because of anything sexual, it's simply because at that point in time, and even now, women are far more intuitive than men. They rely on things beyond what is tangible, and that's what spirituality is. So constantly relying on miracles and, oh, see what we can do, and all of that which is supernatural, relying on that, that's never going to get you very far, because this is something that is normal. I remember we made a video and it said, make spirituality your normality. Make miracles your normality. Make everything normal. As gracious, as normal as your blinks and your breath, as your heartbeat, as your steps. If you marvel at the fact that something supernatural happened, if some form of miracle happened, then you still haven't got it. And that's why certain people will say, well, if you constantly have to be around a master, constantly need some reassurance, validation through the perceiving of miracles, no. That's why masters would tell you, may my presence be enough. I don't want to bring forth miracles. Why? This is where dark magic comes in. See, people don't even understand what dark magic even is. If you look at dark magic, you understand as a master that there are always light versions of specific dark magic, and the light versions were the inception. Light versions of particular techniques and magic came first, and then it got moved on to dark magic. Well, how does dark magic even happen? Literally anything that comes into physicality is considered dark magic. It's that simple. Anything in the light, and anything in the ethers and the realms of the beyond, that's light magic. Anytime you try to bring something of truth into this lie, which is this world, you have now involved yourself with dark magic. It does not mean it's bad. Certain occultists would tell you the reason why certain beings and groups of beings and certain governments don't want you to really anchor what dark magic is because it's not bad to begin with. Because these beings understand that divine law, that truth. It's just the law of this dimension. It's the law of what the light is. Anytime you try to bring something of truth into something of illusion, it instantly becomes dark. because it's not its full expression. You're forcing it, in another word, to be something else or be limited. So, using crystals, tarot cards, sage, anything, candles that has an intention of the beyond backing it, any of these things are dark magic. When people would tell you it's dark magic, in a way they are right. But people's connotations behind these things, that's not very loving. It's all about your intention here. Any form of magic or cities just means very, very powerful ancient gifts that isn't very known worldwide. Anytime these things are coming in, you're manipulating energy. Because magic is manipulated miracles. Miracles exist by themselves. You never will find yourself controlling miracle. I'm a miracle worker. I'm a miracle man, if you want to call me Mr. Miracle. We don't say, miracle come forth, miracle happen. It does not work like that. You anchor the frequency of what a miracle anchors. You allow yourself to become love. You allow yourself to become free and open. That's what miracles are. Love, free and open. And then you put yourself in a situation where people feel like things should be stabilized. They feel like things are off balance. And when you put yourself in that situation holding this frequency, your perception matters. All forms of perception. Your mind's eye, your eyes of two. And you only see as source sees. When you only see as source sees and you're anchoring the miracle frequency, now you've become a vessel for the miracle to come through you. So when the miracle eventually happens and stabilizes a particular scenario in someone's life, that's why certain masters would say, of the flesh I am nothing. I didn't do this. This is God. I'm just here holding space. That's how you operate with dark magic. You bring forth the light. You hold space, and source will come through and guide you on how to be. Not what to do, how to be. This is what you must anchor as it pertains to spirituality. Moving forward, your perceptions of everything must change. Anything that they said was wrong, look at it. Because there's no such thing as wrong and right. There's only what we accept and what we choose to not accept. There is no such thing as good and bad. There is only what we accept and what we choose to not accept. As a society, if we grew up in our cultures believing one particular thing, guess what happens? Everyone will believe that one particular thing, whether another culture claims it's good or bad. It's just something we was raised in. So it's about what you accept and what you don't accept. So then we ask you this. Do you truly accept the light? Do you truly accept love? And a very far more important question is, do you truly accept yourself? If you truly accepted yourself, you would stop doubting, you would stop fearing, you would stop playing these earthly games. And until then, we know what it is. So heed this call, because now your life will change. If you're interested in booking a one-on-one session with me, click the link in the bio. But, DM me first and we'll discuss what the session will be about. And if you're interested in joining our mystery school, click the link in the bio and also DM me first. And I'll give you our free 3-day course, because if you aren't willing to integrate at least 3 days with God, why are you trying to join a mystery school? With that, we say welcome home.